clothes and then I put them in the washing machine. 2009, 48 years later, I find I have mesothelioma, and I was given my death sentence of 3 months. And after 4 years of 4 lines of chemo, there wasn't any 5th line. I was told no more treatment, which I couldn't accept, so I asked to be referred to the Royal Marsden. I was offered the MK347528 Keytruda, but it is new. Immunotherapy. It is a new immunotherapy drug by Merck, or MSD as known here in the UK. I have, after 2 years, complete response. The first, and at the moment, the only patient to be able to claim that for mesothelioma. And if this lasts, after 5 years, I can start to say a cure. We all do our work helping, a lot of it quietly in the background. We are very strong women who don't know we had it in us, but the tragedy shaped our lives. How hard it was and still is to find treatment. It's okay if you're happy to stay at your local hospital and accept that we are on palliative care. But we need treatment. We crave treatment. We only feel we're doing well when we're on treatment. Also, be happy. Also, they want us to be happy to accept chemotherapy. And on reaching 4th line, that's it. We get told, go home and put your affairs in order. Well, they've told that to me now 4 times. I couldn't accept it. I knew I wasn't going to allow myself to die. I couldn't give in just like that. I always tell the meso warriors that it is their right to seek a second opinion, and they follow me on that and have found treatment, operations and trials. I've come to London for a second opinion and sought what I could have for my 4th line chemo. So more research is needed to get these trials to every hospital so that we do not have to travel so far. It's just not the complexes of a rare disease that cause slow progress in the fight against mesothelioma, it's a lack of research money. We could be nearer to that cure if we had more research funds. There are some wonderful doctors even working away with potential breakthroughs. St Bart's and Peter would be very happy to receive a research donation for his lab, especially for his metabolism with the mesothelioma program into arginine starvation as a novel treatment. That would be highly appreciated. The clinical fellow, Melissa, who successfully completed her PhD in April, was funded by the McKnighton Foundation, a competitive grant administered by the MRC that took 24 months to win. Melissa is about to submit her work for publication. A 3-year clinical medical doctor, PhD position, costs $240,000, while a non-clinical PhD, university science graduate, is $120,000, including salary and laboratory materials. So, could I appeal to the TUC to ask the trade unions affiliated to them if they could consider supporting mesothelioma? I would like to ask if there's anything you could do to help us to donate money for research. Mesothelioma is the poor cousin when it comes to having money for research. Breast and lung cancers are the popular ones that have all the money given to them, but everyone is forgetting we have an epidemic now, and I call it epidemic and not rare, of mesothelioma and rising. Meso warriors are filling the chemo departments. That's the point though, that drug companies are finding new drugs for us, drugs that are working, but there is a long way to go yet. And I never realised until I had cancer that the whole cancer unit in every hospital is run on charity money. Patients buy equipment. The Marsden has new thermometers bought for them by the actual patients. The Canterbury have a new radiotherapy machine. Patients bought that, and people run every weekend or bake a cake, etc., raising money for research. We need a helping hand. The Marsden, for example, receives legacies, etc., which they then fund specific cancer projects in their hospital, but not specifically mesothelioma. As you know, applying for grants, it is time-consuming and much easier if a donation is made directly into the university account. These doctors sit up till 3 AM writing applications for grants, and then being told that they are not successful is so frustrating. Then we have the McMaster research team who do so much for mesothelioma research, and they even finance the programme for a tissue bank. So can you give advice as to how we can fund more research for mesothelioma? Then also you can consider some donations for Mesothelioma UK for the 20 nurses they wish to fund for 20 hospitals. We currently have 10, and I say we because I've joined them this week properly. We have currently have 10 nurses in post, but 3 more centres have been allocated monies and are currently recruiting, so we should be up to 13 over the summer. Glasgow, Newcastle, Manchester, Sheffield, Leicester, Wales, Leeds, Cambridge, London and Oxford, Portsmouth and Plymouth. We will get into Kent before long. The Meso UK Board of Trustees have quite rightly said that's enough for now. We really have, so we need more money. We really have pushed the limits of our current finances, and we need to get the annual income up to around 500,000k to 600,000k per year, where it currently sits, but we would like 1 million a year. We have so many ideas and plans but can't push forward now unless we increase our income. Any help or ideas are greatly received. They fund them for 2 days a week so that they can help the CNS nurses, as they have been given so many patients and they because there's so many cutbacks, and so they are not seeing every newly diagnosed patient at that point where you are told you have 6, 7, 8 months to live. They then mishear, those patients then mishear all the things that are told to them from them on their mind, and then their mind is in a turmoil, so they're not listening properly, and they really have misheard a lot of things. So when you come out of there, then you can then talk to a CNS nurse, and they can tell you what's been said, and you then get it clear in your mind. It happened to me, but I had a CNS nurse who hugged me and then gave me my Macmillan pack and made sure I understood all the forms I had to sign. I have a voice and I really do use it, and I've got myself into the asbestos side as well, and these poor young lads that work with this asbestos frightens me. Their equipment, they buy cheap, some firms, and their equipment is so, it's not up to the job sometimes, and if they forget that if they grow a beard they've lost that tightness in the mask, you know, and it's all that everywhere, everyone needs help on this, and I know that I implore you do it and help us. Okay, thank you, and thank you all for your help as well.